Hello viewers and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network, and we continue to take a look on what's happening in the nation of Zimbabwe without fear, without favor. And at this point in time we are looking at the claims which are being made by Susan Mutami about the plans of Emmerson Mnangagwa and his people. So according to Susan Mutami, if anything happens, Mnangagwa is ready to leave power in the hands of July Moyo, who will then leave power in the hands of Mnangagwa's son. And the reason why they are doing that is to try by all means possible to protect their interests, protect their loot, and try by all means possible to avoid their fellow criminals from going to prison. So she says, anyone who believes this nonsense need psychiatric help. I explained to you guys before that if ever he was to leave the presidency, the plan is for July Moyo to take over, and then July Moyo will eventually hand over leadership to one of ED's sons, who is being groomed right now after serving 2 terms. If only you all knew the scheming that goes behind the scenes and the fake smiles that people put on for the press. July Moyo is a political godfather. He was the one who brought Polite Kambamura into politics. Polite reports to July. Even the Bochua trip, he was sent by Constantino, but he reported back to July. No one fights for the poor in your country. Just be careful of being used this time around. Mnangagwa has too many criminals to protect. If power is handed over to the wrong person who is not in their camp, trust me, there will be an influx at Chikurubi maximum prison. Don't believe this. I know him personally and can read his body language, his facial expressions, and what they mean. He never changes. Criminals like Mdiwa won't have a safety blanket to cover them if he was to go. So she was responding to Dr. Walter Muzembe when he was commenting on what Mnangagwa said himself kuti andesikuda kwenda ku 2030. But let me give you my own views regarding whatever which is happening. This regime at Trikona Ripoi is not going to be there for long. Yes, there are strategists, they've been strategizing, scheming and plotting. But let me tell you one thing. There is something which is going to happen very, very soon. It will happen. And kune zvimwe zvinhu zvinoita sezvinorema nhasi. Zvichaita nyore zvekuti vanhu vese vachabvunza mibvunzo kuti ko zvaingova nyore mazuva ese aya nhai. It is going to happen. So don't think of July Moyo taking over power in Zimbabwe. Don't think of these boys from Mnangagwa's camp taking over power in Zimbabwe. Because there are people who are giving Mnangagwa plastic smiles. And those people he never even suspect that they are giving him plastic smiles. When God wants to deal with things, he creates some people who pretend to an extent and those people will turn against Emmerson. Because Emmerson iye aratidza umbimbi ndoga aratidza kuti hana hanya navana veZimbabwe, aratidza kuti munhu wekuti he doesn't even care about the people of Zimbabwe. So we don't believe Emmerson, we don't trust Emmerson, and we will never ever want to associate with Emmerson. But his days are coming. The total liberation of Zimbabwe is not far. 2025 is our year. By hook or crook, you must make sure that we liberate Zimbabwe. These people didn't win elections since 1980. They've never won an election. Emmerson lost to Chebundo in Kwekwe, and yet to run away to rural Zimbabwe, where a constituency was created for him by Robert Mugabe. And they've been forcing people to vote for them right there, left, right, and center. So when you look at whatever which was happening, the deaths of these comrades, don't think these comrades were not strategic. Don't think they were not careful. The comrades you are seeing right there on the screen, they were military strategists. Very strategic. very connected and very cunning. But what happened? They all perished. Why? It's because God allowed it to happen for a reason. Mwari kana vakuda kugadzirisa nyaya vanotanga kueliminate maproblems one by one maproblems achibviswa one by one achibviswa maproblems to a point yekuti munhu anofungidzira kuti ndiye ahwina izvo haana kuhwina, ndiye ari next. So you have killed every opponent warofungidzira kuti yanga nepower from the days of vanani mhenu vese vanenge vachidomwa. But you will never ever be able to silence everyone, because God will always raise people who you never believed will go against you. Hama dzangu zvinhu zvandakaona muna 2023 nemashoko andakanzwa muna 2023 feya ndega anondiudza kuti chero izvezvi murume uyu haana kwaanosvika. 2030 agenda haina kwainosvika, because kune vanhu vari willing, not only willing, vari ready, not only ready, vari capable, and they are vicious. They can actually send a clear message to the regime. So whatever which is happening, I'm not dismissing what Susan is saying. She is talking about a plan which is there. And my position is, yes, plans are there to keep each other in those positions. They are sweet positions. But isusu sana Zimbabwe takamira pakuti change will come to the nation of Zimbabwe by hook or crook. Hatisi kuzotaura zviri muurongwa. That is the reason why we have avoided to talk much about Nelson Chamisa these days. We have avoided to mention anything to do with Nelson Chamisa's issues on these platforms. We just talk about things which are in the general domain, in the public domain. But by the grace of God, we know what is happening. We know what is going to happen. And there is nothing these people will do to stop it. There is nothing. No amount of intimidation, no amount of assassinations, no amount of whatever is going to stop what is coming. Because imimi chamakagona ndechekuti zvakatenderwa naMwari kuti muite. But kune zvisina kutenderwa naMwari kuti muite. That is the reason why mchiti mukadaiwo munonobondera. At a certain point in time, you know, they were celebrating hatazoita breakthrough, takuzoziva zvari kuronga, tazodai. They were shamed. Vaifungidzira kuti aita breakthrough ndokuwana zvavaifungidzira kuti ndizvo hazvizirizvo. Inonzi pidigori iyoyo. We are not here to run propaganda. We are not here to run lies or stories which from our heads. We are here to talk about the Zimbabwean story. Yekuti muso kuti shanduko inoitika. A lot of people will revisit our videos and say, "Oh mana, zvini zvakambo taisaona sei." Don't mind all these people who are not saying, "Yeah, we don't believe in prophecies, we don't believe in Chamisa has failed, Chamisa has done A, B, C, D, A, Chamisa apera." I don't listen to those people because I know what we are talking about. We have seen what we are talking about. The signs are there. Sign yekuti pachazvarwa mwana imimba. Saka imunondudza kuti Zimbabwe mimba iya yakatakura inotadza kuponwa. Definitely inoponwa. We don't care about what other people think. We don't care about what other people say. We care about the plans which are there. Emerson will go. Iye nevana vake vakasaingwara chikurubi. So pachatogarwa pakatogadzirirwa majet. Ikana chato chaya jet inotomugara yakamuka nemotikari dzinogara dzakamuka, and vakatogadzira road making sure kuti they will use zvikopokopo zvavo zviya then they go and land elsewhere vobuda nemajetsi avo ndokunge vasina hazviziva vanotemba kauti vane maprivate airstrips avo kumaprazuku avari kushandisa kusaifona imunofungidzirwa dai vasina maairstrips avanavo kumaprazuku avanomendena dai vachiita manyawesa aya dhee richasvika vanhu pavachaziva kuti mukuru uyu pavakabuda muzimbabwe 2017 haanabuda nekwamutare sezvavaitaura akabuda through a private airstrip akangopinda mukandege kavo ndokubva atobumbururuka the same way they use kumbururusa ndege dzinobuda nemadiamonds dzinobuda negold nemaminerals ari precious ndoko akabuda nako and ndokwavari kuplana kubuda nako because they have around 9 to 10 airstrips of that kind and they have those small planes dziripo enough to ferry them out ivo nemhuri dzavo nehama dzavo vese and vari kubaka vachinoviga mari kunze kwenyika when you see vana chivhayo vachiita zvese zvavari kuita izvi maforeign payments ese vari kuita never think kuti chika vari kubuditsa mari kuti vanoviga vachistesha vachigadzirira kubuda kwavari kuita nekutiza kwavanenge vachiita but the day is coming.